No, this is take two. My first recording of this episode kind of crashed because the software crashed, but I do want to document my Inside Out Toy Box submission to Disney Infinity 3, and I'm going to do this again, so it'll only be better. So basically, this is my Toy Box submission for the Inside Out Challenge, and I want to guide you through it because as a maker of toy boxes, it's a whole different experience playing your own toy box as opposed to someone else's. Because I can share with you in terms of, what struggles I went through making this. I mean, making a toy box is really not easy. There's so many things that go into it, and to make a successful toy box, you actually have to hit all the right marks, I believe. In terms of pacing, in terms of aesthetics, in terms of motivation of the character, in terms of using, what's available to you, in terms of the technology that you have. Do you want to put in little party cannons here? Do you want to have a camera movement? Do this and do that. So that's all pretty, technical stuff, which requires a lot of smarts as well as patience. And it's something I've only just started to learn. So let's look at the toy box. I'm gonna have to scroll through quite a bit of toy boxes because since then many have come out, which is a really good thing. The community is very strong, and there are lots of people putting out content for everyone to try, and there's so many options other than the playsets that Disney Infinity themselves make. The latest one right now is the Jedi Training Challenge. I've also submitted for that. I think we will go past my submission along the way. It's called Force Fever. I'll go through that another time just to document it. But I just wanted to show you really quick that it was here. And then you can play it right now if you wanted to as well. Force Fever, where are you? Wow, so much has come out. There, no, that's frozen. No, froze over. Where is my Force Fever? It's so far down now. I think we passed it. Going back up really quick. No, we may not have passed it. Let's see. Well, we have passed it. It's alright. So this is my other toy box submission, my second one. Wow, it's got 550 plays already and 11 likes. That's really cool. Thank you guys. I really thought that I was gonna get picked because at the time when I submitted it, there were not many submissions, and there still weren't many submissions by the time Disney Infinity came around to selecting the top 5, and it seemed like I was gonna win because mine had about 500 over downloads, and it was like 5 times more than any of the other submissions. But it could have just been my placement, like it was placed at the top of the newest toy boxes, so maybe that's why it got downloaded a lot. And it could be also because I'm a new sort of a name. People were curious to see how good or bad my toy box was. In any case, this is my toy box, and let's play Elsa. I have to say it really wasn't easy making it, but it was so much fun and such a learning experience, and it's always good to look to other successful toy box makers like Mighty Lauren, Mighty Jidis. I have to say I borrowed a lot of stuff from her toy boxes, which she allows people to, sort of see through and sort of learn stuff from. And I'll show you some of the things that I've actually borrowed and learned from her. Unfortunately, I probably won't be in Toy Box Maker mode, so I wouldn't go through the technicalities necessarily, but I'll explain to you as best as I can verbally. So let's wait for this to load up, and I'll take you through Riley's First Date, which is incidentally also the name of the mini Inside Out short that comes with a DVD. And coming up really soon is The Good Dinosaur, which is opening on November 25th. very exciting that Pixar has 2 movies this year that's being released, which has never been done before, but they do take a break next year though. And then we're gonna have a slew of sort of like sequels, like Toy Story and Incredibles, amongst new things like Coco. I talk about all of that on my Disney channel, also named DisneyDwayne on YouTube. I upload a Disney podcast also called Once Upon a Fairy Tale, and it's all on the Disney channel. So just go to my YouTube Disney channel and check it out. I include Toy Box Plays, as well as a podcast, as well as news and attractions and events that happen that are all tied up to Disney. Movie news, musical news, and stuff like that. Alright, let's start this particular challenge. Let's head up to Riley. She'll tell us what this is all about. She says, "I'm so glad to see you. Did you hear? Riley's going on her first date. We need to mentally prepare her. Aladdin can help us. Look for him in the Cave of Wonders. I'm sure he will share some tips on what I'm sure he will share some tips on what made Princess Jasmine so alluring." And there's the camera pan, which took me a while to figure out. Aladdin in the Cave of Wonders there. So Elsa's gonna head over. So just taking a little quick turn around. This is the inside out section where we start. We're of course in Riley's brain the entire time, and you're in there to help her out. So this is the Cave of Wonders, the entrance. I placed this mouthpiece here first, so I had to design the rest of it around the mouthpiece, which was difficult because it was actually designed from the top down to the bottom, and that's always harder than designing something ground up. So I kind of put myself in a spot. But I learned a lot from copying Mighty Jidas's Cave of Wonders from her toy box, Elle's Quest. So even making sure that there are no gaps after you place the mouthpiece, like that everything makes sense, and that they're not bits floating around which seem to come out of nowhere. So everything helps to break the illusion of it actually being fake. So a ledge also helps to break the very square sort of feel you get from some of these blocks. Alright, let's go up to Aladdin. So this is the cave itself, which I designed. Yeah. Took me a whole night. Alright, Aladdin is here. Riley's going on her first date, eh? I remember Jasmine making a good first impression on me because of her sense of adventure. Show Riley how to have a sense of adventure by doing my parkour challenge. Here's the tip. The double jump is your best friend. Collect all 5 joy memory orbs along the way so Riley remembers how joyful having a sense of adventure is. So we're gonna start the challenge. As you parkour through the Cave of Wonders, collect joy memory orbs so that Riley remembers how to have a sense of adventure on a first date. Here we go. So that in itself, transporting the character from one place to another, is also something you have to sort of design in terms of the programming language of it. Alright, so as you can see, the first orb is over there. The lava obviously kills you. So if you look to the right side, you can see these little hangers that you can hang on to. So we're gonna have to do the double jump immediately. Now this might have proven difficult to a lot of, the younger ones. So it's not as friendly. Maybe that's why I didn't get chosen. I mean, immediately you'd have to go through this. So it's very linear, this particular toy box. And maybe that stumped people because it's not, I have to say it's not easy. Double jump up here, double jump up there. So you see like this little ledge is like in the middle of nowhere, but to make sense of it, I had to attach it to this wall too. It's like rocks grew out of this wall and rocks came up from under the lava as well. So I try not to have things floating around too much. Aesthetically, it just is more believable. Now this double jump is really difficult, as you can see. So let's try it again. That's right, Elsa. At least I'm appearing here. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. There we go. Cool. So if you're watching this as a walkthrough, yes, that's my intention as well. I want to walk you through this so that you can successfully complete this toy box yourself. Orb number 2. This is another double jump, which is difficult. We need to get over here and up across, down into the Cave of Treasures. There we go. And there's another orb up here, don't forget that one. And then I made a fun little thing where you can sort of stand in the water in the lava. So I had a waterfall, and the waterfall also sort of covers the climbers that you can see on the right side, so it makes it a little more tricky to get to. But first, this crazy double jump. Oh, not as easy as it looks. Okay, Elsa says it won't happen again, and it almost did. So you have to go to the edge and sort of jump like that. Still not good enough. So it's a difficult parkour challenge, as you can see. Yep, not really making the cut. One more time. Come on. Alright, cool. Come on, Elsa. Oh wow, I am not doing so well. You can do this. No. No. So this is pretty tricky. I can imagine, actually, maybe the developer is going through this going, you know what, this is a waste of time. Moving on. So up here, and then up, and then across, to up here, and up here. And so that green ledge there is where we want to head to. And then now we want to sort of double jump across there. Oh, nope, not like that.
That mistake won't happen again.
It won't happen again. Double jump, and up here, and I'm gonna hop down there just because I know where it is. There's an orb here. Okay, and we go back up here. The last orb is across. So let's have another look before we collect that at the view of this cave. Now you can see the ceiling of the cave is pretty flat, so I tried very much to break it up by putting other things on top of it, like, you know, these, but it's also pretty squarish, so it's quite hard to have it look quite natural, but I tried my best. So from this angle it doesn't seem so bad. Yeah, here we go. Last orb.
I was pretty good, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were, Elsa. First challenge completed, one more to go. So this challenge, we helped Riley discover her sense of adventure to have her ready for her first date. The next challenge, let's find out. Riley also needs to learn about romance. So do you know how Jasmine and I found our romance? We would sneak away from the usual Agrabah dining to places where no one would disturb us and eat pizza with our bare hands. If you find the pizzas, you'll also discover our favorite places. Show Riley what romance is like. So that's our next challenge. Help Riley understand the secret to Aladdin's romance by finding the 5 romantic spots and pizzas that Jasmine and him shared. Hint, it's all around the palace. Let's start this challenge. So now we go to above the Cave of Wonders into the palace. It was fun designing, really. It's like, you know, it's like a creative output, you know? So I designed all this like little garden path and, you know, hedges, and I went a little crazy with the stairs, but I thought it'll look pretty fun. So there's a little stair here that you can, well, like a slope that you can climb up. It gives you a better view of the garden. And let's look for our first pizza. Where would a romantic spot be? Like, so I went crazy with the stairs, as you can see again. So the first pizza, I actually also has to be a little bit of a hideout. So even though this is pretty romantic, I think, well, some of the others weren't that hidden, but I didn't want to put it here. I just wanted you guys to sort of walk through here and enjoy this. But if you look, you can see a pizza over there. So there's that little hideout, dangerous little hideout, but there's a chessboard there where they hang out. So it's actually down there. First romantic spot with pizza found. All right, back up. Hey, why can't I go up there? Uh-oh. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna take the back way to get to the next pizza that I know of. There's one up there, can you see? That's a really nice like balcony with umbrella and all. And actually the palace looks down into the Cave of Wonders. It's pretty cool. Well, I like it. Dangerous though. I made sure there was a ledge here. Let's do a bit of rolling. Okay, and up here, so it's sort of the palace ground still. You'll be able to see, like here, there's a pizza over there. So that's one of the places they went to hang out, and you can get to it by sort of going down this elevator. There we go. So just be sure not to go back to the cave because that's not part of where their romantic spots are. But let's go back up into the palace. Uh-oh, wrong one. Oh well, I can go out from here still. Okay, so back up here. Let's go to that pizza on top there. So we've got 2 so far. I think we need, I can't even remember, was it 5? So this is the 3rd one. Another romantic spot for greasy pizza. Let's go down, uh-oh, nope, not there, but let's go down to the gardens and check out the room that Jasmine and Aladdin live in. So here, of course, is a romantic spot, and here's a pizza. So that's the 4th one, and it says hop in. So Aladdin's using his magic carpet, but his magic bed you can hop in and actually travel around. So if you actually, oh, the music's even changed. It's so nice. So if you actually start flying around, you will see that there is a pizza right up here on another romantic spot. So he probably uses his carpet to get to it with Jasmine. And this would be the last and 5th spot. And so this ends the challenge. Congratulations, Riley's now ready for her date. And we exit the toy box. Thank you so much for joining me. And be sure to check out my next toy box plays, whether it's my own, probably not, or someone else's. But I will be sure to play my Jedi Training Challenge toy box pretty soon for you guys. In the meantime, you can always, check out my other videos. I have a podcast, once again. It's called Once Upon a Fairy Tale, and it's available on my DisneyDwayne YouTube channel. I also have a Twitter account that you can follow at DisneyDwayne on Twitter, where I update you with a lot of Disney news and stuff. In fact, I'm going to have an episode coming up, an episode of Disney Dust, which is a video series where I visit the Uniqlo stores, the clothing stores, because they have a new line of Disney clothes called Magic for All. So I'm going to be featuring that in my 3rd episode of Disney Dust. Check that out on the YouTube channel. This is DisneyDwayne signing out. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you guys soon on Twitch and on YouTube again.